Welcome to a special.
And just about to get underway as the start. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Boston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And you know, for the Nets, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
Here's the starting group for Houston. All out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Brown. And it's Wood in at the 4 slot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Irving. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the small forward spot. And Chris, just getting into a new year. Already injuries hitting a couple of teams.
Yeah, Kevin, and the big thing, end the year healthy. And get your guys back to 100%. Don't rush them back early.
Here's Durant. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. KD's got the game going here with the first basket for the Nets. Now, here's Oladipo. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, this is light work for Oladipo. If the D doesn't force him out of that area, they're done.
For 3, Harris nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Wall. 24-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn on defense. It's a three-point game. On its way from Oladipo for 2. Misses off the right iron. Irving finds Harden. Durant for 3. And the Nets another 3.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know it's open. It's hard to find.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against Indiana.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, they certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
And so here is Houston. Here's the pass to Oladipo. And Durant sends it back.
Durant covers a ton of ground with his length, using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
Harden gets the bucket.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Brown outside. Will it go? And Cousins with the lay-in.
That's where Cousins is most dangerous, and letting him go to work inside is something they're always trying to make happen.
Harden kicks to Irving. Nets passing it around. Harden's shot is off.
Well, they weren't going to stay perfect forever, but still shooting 80% from the floor to start the game.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Oladipo. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Oladipo's got his second bucket.
Wow, what a soft touch on that shot. Oladipo measures these difficult floaters as well as anybody. That was beautiful.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harden against Oladipo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The combination of shooting and speed Oladipo provides this team is invaluable. And his hunger to keep getting better, also impressive.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. Oladipo hits them both. Brooklyn leading by 4. Down low. Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Durant dunks the ball. It's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
And so here is Houston.
Well, and last season we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Oladipo misses. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Harden the pass to Harris. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets trail by 6.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. And he makes you pay for sending help.
Here is Durant to the made shot from Victor Oladipo.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
So Oladipo will bring it up for Houston. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Kevin Durant.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
Now here's Gordon, an easy 2 points on the layup.
And crafty at handling the rock. I mean, you got to give Gordon credit and don't give him the opportunity to be creative with it. He does not disappoint.
Harden the pass to Durant. Over Porter. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
But there was a good back and forth between these teams last year, if you remember. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
Durant for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Gordon against Irving, and it's Gordon missing.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Here's Harden, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, and for a guard, Harden does a ton of damage inside, especially how he gets these foul calls close to the basket.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Harden hits them both.
But his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, here's what Houston's head coach had to say earlier. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Tucker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
Here's Durant. And that one off the back of the rim and in. KD's got 14.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Rockets trail by 9. Inside. Here's Tucker. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Stolen by Tucker. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And then Durant with the jam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
And so here is Houston after the basket by Brooklyn.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already, and now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
And he can't get the first one.
Oh, he's a top-tier shooter. Gordon, he's a former Sixth Man of the Year winner who plays his role to perfection.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Irving against Indiana. He was really on his game. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gordon against Irving. And here's Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Good D by Jordan. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to Washington. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the center. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And it's Gordon missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Fires at the elbow. That one off the back iron and out. Rockets trail by 12. A reverse. Here's the three. And the three ball is good. Gordon's got 6.
But once Gordon signed with the Rockets in 2016, we've seen him become a three-point gunner, increasing his makes per game.
For 3, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
For Houston, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Gordon. The kick out to Porter. Tries again, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Wood, he's checked in for Houston. Ball comes in for Kevin Porter. And Kevin Porter Jr., all the issues you'd expect from a rookie, Greg. Unforced errors, a few too many fouls and turnovers. But as you and I were talking, and as the coaches told us, the upside is huge.
I tell you, Kev, his first step with the ball in his hands is incredible. Can burst by defenders like they're waiting at a bus stop. Once he matures, he's going to be a handful to deal with.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats. And you just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Now, here's Oladipo. 11-point game his last outing. And then Oladipo with the jam.
And I love it whenever Oladipo gets tricky with it. Putting on a show for everyone with that one.
Left side, KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And that catch and shoot, Jay, from Harden is unblockable. Just quickly shooting off the pass.
So Oladipo will bring it up for the Rockets. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
KD can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 12. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo. Oladipo's got 14 points for the game.
His shooting has been a bright spot for him. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie. That one made my day.
Rockets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Victor Oladipo again. 16 points for him.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
Cousins, no one around him, and Houston again with the bucket.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Nets leading by 8. Irving looking over the floor. Fires from deep. Cousins pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And finished off by Wood.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the open man.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Irving drives in. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Rockets trail by 8. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. Kevin Durant is second.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
Here's Wood. 14 points from him the last game against the Wizards in Washington.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, it shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Now, here's Oladipo. 8-point game. Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
To the paint, here's Jordan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Never one to shy away from playing physical. Jordan will give you his all when he's out there.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, Jordan. Last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year.
Wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does.
Look at that. That's the exceptional leaping skills of ball. When he's running to the cup, you know he's trying to ram it down.
Tucker with the ball. He's against Jordan. And it's Gordon missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Harris has got his 3rd bucket of the night. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Houston. Trailing by 10. Releases. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in the system.
Here's KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 7 for him tonight. 46 seconds left here in the second. Irving against Wall. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Rockets trail by 12. Outside, Wall shoots. Again, the miss by Wall. The Nets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Wood. The Rockets again can't hit.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He ended up with 24 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Well, we're watching KD take control of this game. We know his offensive IQ is off the charts. And then you add the versatility. That makes him absolutely.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is over.
Halftime show, third quarter, set to begin in just a few.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Rockets trail by 14. Taking a look at the Rockets. We've got Brown. All out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Wood in a power forward. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Wall against Irving. Wall, that's good. Wall's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Rockets.
I like the confidence of Wall inside. When he gets to his spot, he goes right to it.
Irving can't get it to go. And for Houston, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Wall. Here's Cousins. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to KD. There's the dish to Harden. Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Durant's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. To the left wing. The wide open look here for Wood. And the 3 off target.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot he should ever be given.
In over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range, so he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive game, Jay. He's put the work in behind the scenes. I mean, developing a skill set that's so much in the game.
Harden, that's good.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Wood. Ball taking his time here. Makes it off the glass. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
And the IQ of Wall is impressive. And when you mix it with the speed, it's just a nightmare to handle in the screen and roll.
Irving kicks to Harris. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
All with it. 8 points for him. Oladipo outside. Passes it to Brown. Back to Oladipo. Drills it from outside. Oladipo's got 19 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on John Wall.
I got to love how Irving forces the issue. He makes the D get aggressive with him. He's skilled to get to the line.
Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the first one at the line is good.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. David Nwaba comes in for Christian Wood. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for John Wall. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Brown outside. Here's the feed to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, it's all about post position for Cousins. I mean, once he has it, the defense is toast.
Brooklyn leading by 17. The three from KD. It's rebounded by Houston. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Porter. No good on the shot. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, opponents worry about Oladipo's quickness attacking the basket, which really helps him create good looks from the perimeter.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
Here at the numbers for Porter, how he performed last season. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Year one, he had to kind of find his way, but he seems poised to make some big strides here in his sophomore season.
Well, the team wants him to carve out a larger role for himself. But talent-wise, he's definitely got it.
Now here's Gordon. 6 points for him. Looking to get it going, and it's good on the way in. Gordon's got 8.
The strong upper body of Gordon, contact does not affect his shooting.
Irving passes to Harris. The quick look, no good that time.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Count it.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. The timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Nets leading by 12. Here's KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Porter against Harden. Here's Tate. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. On its way from Irving for 2, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brooklyn's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3 ball well. Irving against Porter. Durant kicks to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 to shoot. For 3, Harris. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not getting the ball. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Chalk up 2 there.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Gordon. He feeds it to Tucker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Houston, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That's good from Tucker.
Known for his grit and grind mentality, the physicality Tucker gives this team is so important.
Wood, he's checked in for Houston. John Wall comes in for Porter. Both free throws good from Tucker. Nets leading by 15. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Feeds to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Now look, an assist like that gives Durant more height than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
Wall up top. 8 points for him. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got 10.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Brooklyn ahead, up by 15. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the center position. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Gordon. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. On its way from Irving for 2, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Nets lead by 17. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Houston. Pops in the layup for 2.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
And it's Jordan atop the key. Harden draws the double. Back to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
Wall against Irving. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now here's Jordan. Here's Harden. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And this is Harden's specialty. He's a wizard at getting contact, finding a way to finish.
So for the Rockets, Brown is checked in for David Nwaba. And it's Oladipo in for Eric Gordon. That free throw good from Harden.
Oh, look, I love how Harden does a little bit of everything. Aggressive score, solid rebounder, superb passer. He's also improving on the defensive end.
Now here's Wall. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. KD's shot is good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And Wall with the slam.
How about that amazing focus from Wall? Even when the D was roughing him up, he was still attacking the basket, keeping his eyes up.
Nets leading by 17. Irving passes to Harden. Harris outside. He was all alone on that one.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Now here's Wall. He dishes it to Oladipo. Now Brown. And Jordan sends it back. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. It's rebounded by Houston. Oladipo taking his time here. Here's Wood. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. First free throw is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Harris outside. From deep three-point range. Outside Irving. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Katie on the wing. Harris from outside off the mark. Rockets trail by 17. Oladipo outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. The free throw drops for Oladipo. Oladipo hits them both. Nets leading by 15. Outside Jordan. Nets passing it around. Right wing. Here's Dinwiddie. Jordan kicks to Dinwiddie. Outside KD. 6 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Rockets trail by 15. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
Durant in the corner. Fires the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. KD's got 38 points.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D-like, that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Timeout called the Rockets. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing them from long range.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Now here's Wall. Oladipo for 3, and it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And the touch Oladipo puts on his shots, so silky. He just glides it in from there.
Here's Harden on the wing. Guarded by Oladipo. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. It's trailed by 13. Dinwiddie with the steal.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. And they continually put pressure on the defense.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Durant, no good. Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Houston. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Cousins. Daniel House comes in for Christian Wood. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Exum in for John Wall. Good on both. 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the inside, here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Here's Exum. After the basket by Brooklyn. The pass to Brown. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Harden draws the double. Dinwiddie finds Durant, kicks it out to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. Dinwiddie outside. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Nets lead by 17. Now here's Exum. He's tightly guarded. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Off target. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you were active at both ends today. How did you get yourself going?
I think it was just us trying to come out and win a game at home. We know how important these are. Every game that we play is important, so we just got to keep it going.
And you protected the home court well, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA. Presented.